Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I was getting started on another episode of What's Broke Today. And today I've got a Wright. It's a ZK61, and his complaint was when he was driving, when he'd have the left lever all the way forward, he only had the right one about halfway there. And when I was checking it out, if you look at take the brake off, when I move this, the pump's loose. So as he'd go, it was lifting the pump up. That's because this rear bolt, I found this underneath the toe plate. And of course, the front bolt's got to be a little bit loose. And also, he's going to pick up new fans and then bring me the covers, and we're going to put those on later. But I don't know if I don't know if they stock the fans, so we may not be doing that today. But let me get some tools ready. We got to pull the belt off, pull the pulley off the bottom of this pump, and then put our bolt back in. Now you're probably not going to be able to see while I'm doing this, but right here, 5/16 headed bolt, I got to remove that. And then over here is a 1/2 inch hex for you to put my ratchet to loosen the belt. So I'm going to use a pair of channel lock pliers and grab the outside of that pulley, loosen the bolt, and get it out of there, and then take the belt off. And while I'm doing that, probably not going to be able to see. So I'm going to let the camera run and we'll see what it captures, but my hands may be in the way. All right. Oh. And actually, I bet you are going to be able to see that. We get that loose, and I'm not going to take it all the way out. And reach up here and get my. Actually, I don't know if I want that over that far because I'm probably going to pull this ratchet back out of there. I'm just going to pull that over. Get the belt down off of there. And I can let off of that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go get a couple pry bars and see if I can work that pulley down. Yeah, see, one thing we run into here is that being up there where you can't see. I think I'm gonna get me a ratchet strap and pull that tensioner pulley away from the hydro pump pulley, because I can hook it in. There's a hole in the frame here by one of these wheels back by the foot plate. I can hook that on the handle. And getting up around there where I can pry is. Because the ideal thing is there's holes in the bottom of the pulley. If they'd have threaded those so you could put bolts up through there, that would have been ideal. Okay, my next attempt to get that off there, I made me these little brackets with nuts welded onto them. I could screw bolts into and try and put my steering wheel puller on there. So, get this ready. Now I'm going to crawl underneath. Figure out how I can best reach up around here and do this. I'm going to take the one that I put the longer piece on and put it in from the rear. Okay, let me go get a wrench so I can turn that bolt because sweaty hands, I can't get a grip. Okay, got them both started. All right. I'll take this and get it started up through the center. Okay, the 9mm. So I started out with a 10 and then overall length this. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're just about off there. Okay. There's our pulley and my concoction. All right, I'm going to drop my bolt down through there. Let's see how much. I don't have a ton of thread showing, so you'll get a different nut. All right, since there's not a lot of thread showing down through there, I'm going to take my red thread lock. I'm going to put it inside of that nut. And just coat the threads inside, because I'd already cleaned that bolt up with the anticipation of going to have to do this. And the other one, even though it's a whiz lock nut, I'm going to pop it out of there and clean it and thread lock it. Okay, the bolt clean, or the nut I should say. Okay, load that one up with red thread lock, and then get my air hose and the blowgun and dry the bolt. I have to lay down on the ground and look up to see what I'm doing sometimes. Okay, we got that. I can reach back up here. Get that started. Then I'm going to grab my other long-handled ratchet, my 11/16 socket. Tighten these down and crank them down pretty doggone tight. Okay, and then that makes the pump tight again. And now the fun part, putting the pulley back up on there. Which usually after this, after you fight getting it off, it usually goes back on a lot easier than it came off. Now I'm going to put red thread lock on this bolt before I put it back up in there. Oh, I'm going to lay down here and very carefully get that back up on there. All right. Tighten that down good. All right. Take our belt back around there where it belongs. Of course, I'm going to lay back down on the ground underneath. Get our belt back. Up and around everything. Maybe I just want to reach up and make sure I'm on the engine crank pulley, which I am. I can take this, push it over, hook my belt. And of course, do a visual, make sure you're on everything and feel that up on the crank pulley again. But that all looks good. So, all right, so that all is on. And then the big key is see, now when I move this, the pump don't move, so we'll get it off the blocks and take her for a test run. Well, I got the Wright standard, the ZK61 done. That got the bolts back in the pump, got it solid, got the belt back on, got the toe plate back on. The only thing that I didn't finish the video while the mower was still here because he asked me, hey, can you sharpen the blades? So I took the blades off, sharpened them, put them back on. I noticed 2 of the bolts were bent, and I did not have extra bolts. So I spent a lot of time fiddling with it, trying to get it where the blades wouldn't hit each other, because when the bolts get bent, it'll shift the blade to one side, and then the tips of them will hit each other. So I got it where it worked and it didn't hit, but he needs 2 new blade bolts. But yeah, other than that, it actually drove like it's supposed to, so I was happy with that. I do appreciate you watching. Thank you to all those people that have subscribed to my channel, and anybody else out there that's not a subscriber, feel free to join on in, because no telling what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.